Welcome back, everyone. Now, you may notice that things have jumped ahead a little bit. Uh, there wasn't really much to do in the last episode. I basically cut through all of central Japan, and I decided it wasn't really interesting enough to show. There were a couple of very boring one-sided battles with the Oda, where they played constant keep away with me. It was a foregone conclusion, and the rebels and Oda mostly got one in their way as I swept through. But now we are on the Uesugi's border, and things are about to heat up a bit more. So you'll notice that I now have taken a Wari, and with it I've captured a very useful port. I've gathered the reinforcements from this year in Harima. They can't move, but these units I can bring directly to Owari now. And we've got our new units of warrior monks now. They're now starting to come out. So we're going to move these units into Mino. And I do have to be careful because there are a lot of warrior monks in that province. What I found was that most of the warrior monks are in the north. The south was mostly just Ashigaru and archer armies, which weren't particularly interesting to fight against. I think I'll actually leave that force in Akizen as a holding force. Now, I do remember this army is short on archers. So as I invade into Mikawa across the river, I'm going to lend some archers from this army here. Let's tidy this up a little bit. There we go, and I will dispatch. I seem to be developing a bit of an archer shortage at this point in the front. I need to bear that in mind. Okay, but we need archers to support the river crossing. And I'm going to throw. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to attack here. This is a distraction. I want to hold these Uesugi units in Shinano while I take Mikawa. Now let's go spend all of our lovely money. Move through Wakaza. That's going to get us to the front faster. We're now in a position where I can easily afford the 2,000 to train 2 units of warrior monks each turn. So now we've got warrior monks. We're training basically armored archers in Mimasaka. And since we seem to be short on archers, I'll train more archers here in Satsuma. He's in the course, we're still training Yari Samurai. So that's come to let's see, 4,400, and that's 5,200. And that's now us up to about 6,100. So we should have 3,200 left to spend. Already got a port in Owari. Let's start to develop some of these other provinces. I think I'll build some watchtowers in Omi just because that is a very good place for it to have watchtowers. Mino, well, we haven't taken Mino yet fully, so that's not an option. Yamashiro. Well, you know what's better than warrior monks? Warrior monks with improved attack. And in Mimasaka, I can increase the RA. I think that's morale. Yeah, I'll go for the famous archery dojo. Let's make those archers even stronger. I think I'll build a port in Bengo just for the economy bonus. And let's see. So I'm just checking my head to make sure that I'm not spending too much so far. I think that's fine. That's fine for the budget for this year. And that is about to fall, so we can bring some reinforcements up. I'm attacking a bit early, but I want to get on with this. So we outnumber them, and we know the trick with the archers. Let's have a proper battle on a bridge. It's snowing, good. That means my archers can fire at full efficiency. They're not going to stay there, and they'll move back when they see my archers moving up. Because the AI isn't completely stupid. And I am actually quite complimentary towards the Shogun AI. That can be very vicious if you put yourself in the wrong position. That unit 68 Samurai is perfect for our lure. Wait. Let me take a closer look at the enemy army. Okay, oh, this is mostly samurai archers. They've only got one unit of Yari samurai. If I try using my troops as bait, it's mostly going to result in us just taking a bunch of casualties from archer fire. And if I move across that, I wonder if in this one case it's better to just assault across the bridge. Okay, we're still going to proceed with the lure. God, I'm gonna regret this. I want to draw that one unit of samurai they have out into open ground. Dear God, this unit of samurai is going to hate me for this. Oh, right, okay, so they're not... Right, get back out of range before we take too many casualties. Punch. Okay, that's interesting. So... they're being aggressive with their archers. Right, hold on. Are they coming in within range? Interesting, so they didn't rush forward with their infantry because they've mostly got archers. The AI's behavior changed. Okay, I think our best option then really is just assault across the bridge. This is going to be very casualty heavy. Oops, they're going to be the lead unit. Why am I moving them? And the Ariashigara are here, I suppose we really need them. Okay, right, you guys first. Have fun running into machine gun fire. And you guys second. Oh yes, that's a great idea. Stop. Great, I was kind of hoping that they'd take the brunt of the initial attack. Well, like the Light Brigade, they made it to the guns. I knew this was a bad idea when I ordered it. Why did I still order it? Okay, fall back, this is a terrible idea. Jesus. Okay, we got to take a little revenge there. I certainly don't have an overpreponderance of infantry of our infantry anymore. Fantastic start. Right, I'm going to take from that running directly into archer fire is probably not a good idea. I thought I might be able to push through the archer fire and it wouldn't be that bad, but as it turns out, no, that was not a good idea. And quite predictable too. But if you don't try these things, you don't find out, and I just had my som, didn't I? We'll be back. We didn't take that many casualties. And as I said, this is a diversion. We're not actually going to launch this attack. Right, so now we're back in the safety of our own regions and all of our bones have knit. Let's take stock. We lost a lot of infantry there. And we are definitely at war with the Uesugi. So we'll move troops up. That will hold the border with the keys, and we'll move into Hida and take that province from them. The AI has gathered a lot of forces. I wonder if I actually outnumber them locally. I'm going to move my daimyo to Harima. That will allow him to move to Owari. He should still have control of the region. Right, we know Mikawa's really a no-go, so I'm going to leave a defensive force here. Yeah, try and leave a skeleton crew. The majority of the army is going to head to Minnow, and we're going to end the turn there. Okay, withdrawn. That could be quite serious. Oh, something else that's happened is that the Imagawa have come back. They've had a rebellion and they are back on the map. Let's take a look. They have a lot of archers. I mean, a lot of archers, but look how dishonored this general is. So I think it's the army in Shinano, not the army in Mikawa. That's the weak link here. My reinforcements here. Hopefully, if I can cut them off from Mikawa, I can destroy that force without having to fight it once it falls to rebels. Right, I don't want to assign more than more than a full army to the operation because then I'll have to bring them in as reinforcements. So we're going to take this. This is what we're leading into Shinano. Our reinforcements have arrived. So my newly created soldiers should allow me to hold Owari, assuming they aren't all scattered across time and space. Let's take careful stock of exactly what I'm getting here. Because I don't want to move all my forces into Shinano, it might invite an attack behind my lines into Mino, and I need to be able to withdraw in case this goes wrong. On the other hand, if they do attack from Mikawa, that will help me in the long run, because they'll overextend themselves. And we've got the presence in Hida as well. Good, it's already under control. Can we train anything here? Nope. But I'd have to be careful with the rebels. Right, I am going to lead a raid over the border of Akizen. But I may as well do move the token force back. If the Uesugi want to attack Hida and practically get themselves encircled, that is a-okay with me. So let's go. They've actually reinforced Mikawa. Excellent. Oh, maybe not. And their generals moved up to help. So let's fight the rebels first and see how many of these warrior monks we can kill. Oh, this battlefield is a defender's dream. What are they doing? Are they attacking us? Let's find somewhere to defend. I'm not looking to necessarily win here. The objective was to wear down their numbers. Yep, they definitely seem to be planning to attack us, which is reasonable. I think they can win. So we'll take a position as high up on this hill as we can get, because I think we're going to be off the map soon. Although you can have your troops position themselves off the map for a moment, they will march forward if any of the soldiers are out of bounds. So you can't cheese things that way by forcing the army into position where it's out of bounds to get a bit more height. Okay, I suppose we are going to have to open with an archer battle. It's difficult doing this on the fly. Come on, hurry up, run. We're really running out of time now. Click the terrain by accident. That's close enough. I figured they just pulled back directly backwards like the infantry is doing. I may have pulled back late. It's fine, I don't mind one of my units getting cut up, just as long as most of the soldiers get off the field. We made it off the field mostly unscathed. I love how they made sure it was my commander's unit that got most of the fire. And this is the main event. Okay. If it goes fog and then light fog, you're going to get a fine day afterwards. So the enemy armies implanted in the hills. but they're going this way. Right, we want to... They might withdraw. That would help because we really would like to have control over Shinano. We can invade from anywhere there. Of course, anywhere can invade us and a counterattack, but them are defending a very defensible province. Okay, no, they're not withdrawing. I'm not fully organized right now. I'm trying to scramble for this line of hills. If I can take control of this line here, I think it'll leave me in a pretty strong position. Of course, stronger would be coming over that ridge line. That also means pulling my troops right up a mountain. We're going to be tired. But there's nothing for it. I need that high ground. And if I try and march straight towards the enemy army, I'm going to be exposing myself to trouble. Just get up the hill. I'm not standing on ceremony here. We can get into neat ordered lines once we're somewhere near the enemy army. Slow down a little bit. This is something we don't want our troops marching all the way up into the forests there. Bring them I want to bring them into kind of columns. It's all about staving off exhaustion. Of course, this will be the moment where they all decide to march up a different mountain. And I want to fight them in this line of hills because I'm fairly sure using my archers I can get them into a disadvantageous fight in the valley. Because once my infantry slam into those archers, it's over. You really get a different scale of battle now. You can see that the enemy army is using almost the entire battlefield. Right. So we're starting to get closer to the enemy army, so let's start to organize ourselves a bit better. Because our lead force is here. I'll have my offensive units in the center of our formation. Spearmen on the... Well, there's no real cavalry to worry about. I have my spearmen in a second reserve line. Well, in a reserve line right at the back. And we've got the reserve archers here. Right. That's interesting. That hill dominates proceedings. If we can send a unit of... I'm going to pick... Yeah, pick a column of my heavily armoured Yari samurai. And they are a bit more heavily armoured than my Nodachis and particularly my warrior monks. But if we can lead a column with the reserve archers to assault that hill, then I believe we can gain an advantage. We've only just been getting into position, a quarter of time is already gone. The time limit starts to become a lot more important when battles get to this kind of scale. Okay, you can see the enemy archers forming up. We should probably already be in scatter formation, to be honest. Clicking the terrain strikes again. And they're rearranging themselves. Brilliant. Just start firing already. You're battlefield soldiers, not parade ground soldiers. Are they charging us? Just letting this continue, letting them tire themselves out in the charge a little bit. No, strike. Good. Okay, pull yourselves around. Bring up reserves to replace the troops we've got in this section of the battlefield, and bring these units in. If they take much more of this, I expect they will withdraw from the battlefield. But don't just stand there. Just blundered into my spearmen there. Okay, cool it. We're gonna inflict more casualties, more on our own men than the enemy. See, as I thought, attacking a section of the enemy line like this has completely unhinged the enemy's position. They're either going to have to withdraw or they're just going to die piecemeal. Right. Now, it's difficult in battles like this to lose track of sections of your army. Let's just get them into loose formation now. I should have done that probably before. Just keep our melee troops on station, on the high ground. Let's open with this unit that's on the high ground. Because that's going to force them to respond. And hit the... Doesn't really matter which unit I hit, to be honest. I do not know what possessed the Uesugi to use their prized samurai archers as swordsmen. Well, they've got more honor, I suppose. So they probably figure fighting down. And they've not really got more honor. Oh, this is no fun. Let's see if we can provoke them into an actual fight. They do seem to be standing there like lemons. And more of my forces pour forward and pour arrows into them. Okay, no, advance in order. Okay, finally they're responding to half their army getting shot to pieces. Bring my infantry forward so they can support whatever happens. At this point, the time limit's becoming a bit of a threat to me. They seem to be proceeding. Let's push forward aggressively. Start to take this line of high ground. Oh wait, they're sending archers over. So I think the AI is trying to rearrange its line, and that never works out well for them. So once they get to around the crest of this hill, we should be able to fire at them. Or I think they might have finally had enough. Yeah, they're booking it. So their army gets away, but that is an almost bloodless takeover of Shinano. For my troops, their troops lost a lot of men. Please shoot something. Alright, we'll speed this up. They're in the castle. There is a very good chance that they're going to counterattack. Let's take a look. Actually, we've caught the Uesugi in a really bad position. They're probably going to sally, but if we can hold this province for just a few more turns, I think we'll be able to take it over. I'm going... So I'm definitely not keeping all of these forces in... I forgot to move this army off, didn't I? That was stupid. Keep my army here guarding Awari, and I'll move... We'll launch another attack on Kaga province. I'm determined to wear down these warrior monks. And you guys can move up. We do have some troops coming from front. No, that's it. Okay. Actually, given how good public order is, I think I can afford to raise taxes. Oh, we're going to get boatloads of money next turn. No counterattack yet. Oh no. He's got him. That was one of my best generals. And it must be a very high level ninja. What you just witnessed there is one of the most aggravating parts of playing Shogun 1. The AI loves using assassins, and they often seem to get very good ones. Let's try this again. Great, it's this one. We know the drill, we know the enemy are probably going to attack us. But if they don't, we might have a problem. Right. So the enemy are on that hill there. If we drop towards this hill here, we should hopefully draw them out into open ground where we can challenge them. Now if they come out at us in piecemeal, we can crush them. But they have a much better general, and that's why I'm being cautious, because they will cut us to pieces in melee. It's not a contest, it's not even a question of numbers. High honor troops plus the expert bonus will annihilate my soldiers. So there they are, that's their samurai archers up on that hill. Right, we know using 5 units of archers like that is going to be unwieldy. So let's take our best archers and put them in the front rank. And 3 units of archers is difficult to use. And 2 units of archers up here on the hill in reserve. Getting the infantry in position like that. This height's more like attacking a castle than attacking a forested hill. You're almost within range. There's a warrior monk coming forward. Bucket! Bucket! They were disciplined. Okay, right, never mind. Back to shooting. Managed to disrupt my firing line. Okay, it is having the right effect. You're gonna go the wrong way. You have to pull directly back. Come on, doing? What the? Okay, one of my reserve units came for. Oh no, they've been too slow. They're going to get caught in the back. Okay, but our archers have them. Oh, do not stop running. Don't really have much of a choice but to engage them now. I have to hope we can overwhelm them. Oh, that is the sound of low valor soldiers getting slaughtered. Meanwhile, on the plain, our troops are still getting shot to pieces. We broke them. Okay, good. See, that's the thing about coward tactics. They tend to work. Just trying to drop in a line, but our troops are pointlessly reorganizing themselves. Right, I want to ignore that thin. Uh-oh. I want to ignore that thin screen of archers and then head straight towards the more valuable units of intact samurai archers up on the hill. All those samurai archers I want to hit, and the mouse will keep selecting the Ashigaru. Forward. Okay, so that is a trap. We're getting closer and closer to the mountain. Oh, come on, you couldn't hit a barn door. We are getting way too close to the sun here. We're very lucky they're politely not killing the units that are streaming across the border there. Try not to leave them up. Try not to let them go. That general's come too far out. I'm going to move in and cut him off. Either that or chase them off the field. Either way, it'll get rid of their bonuses. You guys come back. I don't know why the enemy hasn't charged, but we're very, very lucky that they haven't. They ran straight past 66 warrior monks. If they decided to do anything, that would have been the end of the matter. We might win this now. Only because I've gotten away with more stupid decisions than you can count. Let's count up our remaining soldiers, bring the reserve archers down now into where they can be relevant to the battle. We've just killed the enemy general, that's going to make a huge difference. Those warrior monks are actually mortal now. It's going to seem to people who haven't played this game a lot like I'm overstating the threat, but believe me when I say that warrior monks are absolutely lethal in melee, and if I hadn't caught them in these kinds of mismatches, they would be. Look how even the casualty ratio is, even with everything that's happened. I'm going to start being much more aggressive now. Take some Nodachi up the hill here. The rest of my troops are in the valley in reserve. Yeah, those warrior monks are coming back. We need this part of the archer line to withdraw, please. Uh-oh. Fall back, fall back. I think they're booking it. Do I try and head them off or do I let them go? I think we just harass them as we let them go. Wait a second, they're uh-oh. I've been drawn into a trap. Fall back, we need the other half of our army now. I thought they were running away. I fell for a fake retreat. It's the oldest bloody trick in the book. Fell for a hook, line, and sinker. And morale's broken because our troops are exhausted too from fighting the entire battle. You know, we've had enough of this. Our job was to weaken them, and we've managed to. Might still get away with this, mostly with even losses. We killed a very valuable general and we killed a bunch of their soldiers. We've had enough of these kinds of hilltop sieges. Keep running. Wouldn't you run away? Right. Assassins and warrior monks. That's all I need. We've almost killed them off now though. Look how few of them remain. One of my generals is probably now, yeah, he's no longer worth. But if he can win again next turn, then that will be the end of the Oda. Not the Oda. That will wipe away the defeat. We're just slowly winding down in Shinano, and we can now see the scale of the challenge. We are facing a lot of defenders in this part of the country. Mikawa is becoming a very annoying island under siege right now. What I could really do with is cavalry, so let's do the budget. So we'll again go for warrior monks. And, right, is there somewhere that has access to a horse dojo? We've only got, let's see, famous spear dojo. Yeah, we've got access to a horse dojo. Let's go after some Yari cavalry in Mimasaka, and of course we will train the archers this turn. Get the Dachis here. More archers in Satsuma, and we'll get Yari Samurai and Hizen. I have almost an infinite budget to work on, so let's just build a bunch of things that we need. We could get some troop production up in Owari. I'll just build a bunch of basic infrastructure through my middle regions. I think he's still working on the port. We'll start to establish some production here. Gonna go for the fortress in Yamashiro. Start to look for the slightly more high-tech stuff. And We can also go for a horse dojo in Satsuma. So let's start to mount up. Beyond that, let's just keep up with our economic upgrades. We have got some fertile provinces that we can start to develop now. If I build a large castle in Aki, I can go after the mines there. And let's just make sure that everywhere that has a castle now has a port attached to it. Go away. Inga's already building one. Whammy and Nagato. Okay, that might actually be more money than I had. And that we've just got the logistics of moving our army around. I can't really do much until the siege is over. No, let's think more aggressively. Right, despite all that, I am going to try to take Mikawa. I have overwhelming force here. I should be able to force the crossing. And I don't want to just abandon my generals here taking constant counterattacks. So let's try and cut off the retreat as well. I'm going to take not counterattacks rather, but ninja attacks. So let's take a force from here. I'm trying to leave most of the archers here to provide a defensive counterattack in case they come in from Echigo or someone else attacks. We're going to attack into Tomi as well, and hopefully that will draw some of the defenders in Mikawa off. So we've got a problem, let's start to fix it using our brain instead of sheer brawn. That was too much money to spend, wasn't it? And the Imagawa have attacked. That never gets any less brutal. If someone doesn't catch him soon, he's going to start going after my heirs. I wonder, we advance quickly, can we catch them while they're in chaos and forming up? Because right now they're still just trying to get their troops into position. Obviously we're not going to send the archers into the fight first. I'm not insane. Trying to micro all of this is hard. Come on, there's only 8 of them. Are you serious to tell me they're trying to stand? Cut through them already. There's 8 men. There we go. Break out. Oh, the firing line's still in chaos. Oh, we're really starting to eat it from the arrows now. And they're broken. They're getting hammered by my archers, and they're terrified of my warrior monks. Keep going. Do not stop and try and form up. Get my daimyo across, start to lead the attack. Get the archers across. Pulling back, they're going to catch us on a crescent. What are you doing? Get on with the attack! They've just abandoned the warrior monks. Surely they can't. Oh my god. If my daimyo gets involved in that fight, he's gonna get killed. Focus our attention here, we're winning here. There we go. Okay. I am going to have the commander of those Nodachi samurai strung up from a lamppost. And they're gone. Let's get our daimyo out of here before he gets shot to pieces too. Spread out and pepper them with fire until they withdraw. And I don't care what happens to those Nodachi samurai. Now that I can work with. Pile into them. Imagine the rest of their army is broken. And that cost, well, look at the casualty ratio. It worked. We've taken Kaga without a fight, and the rebels have withdrawn back to Noto, so we still have them to worry about. All of their forces were in Mikawa. We've caught the enemy daimyo. He's completely trapped. Oh, you could not have given me a better gift, and it's a fine day, so plenty of soldiers available to shoot him, available to shoot him down. Plenty of visibility. So let's see how the Uesugi go out. We're still talking about an AI daimyo here, so if they charge home, they will kill a lot of my soldiers. Oh, we are not. No, we're not doing this again. He's gonna keep running away, and we're gonna press until he's in range. Nowhere to go this time, Uesugi. It's into the arrows or die. The reason I'm being so bloodthirsty about this is because Lord Oda led me on a merry chase around the entirety of Echu province last time. These kinds of moments in Total War games are always my "Are we the baddies" moment. Oh, he died before his last bodyguard. Using an entire army to cut down 11 men when you attacked first. That's just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. We've got complete control of Totomi immediately. But he had a son. Okay, so the war goes on. But with most of the forces in Mikawa cleared out and the Totomi province taken, we're now in a much stronger position in central Japan. So I think we'll leave things there. I've been Napoleon Complex. Thank you for watching this campaign so far. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.